Good day, everyone. Welcome to Real Conservative News. I'm your host, Nathaniel. Rajkumar. Here are today's headlines. With less than 2 weeks before the new term, TTUTA is sounding the alarm over delayed Tobago school repairs and warning against unsafe conditions, while the THA promises schools will be ready on opening day in 2 weeks. Pally, 2 weeks. All righty then. A female prisons officer with 19 years of service faces imminent charges after being caught with prohibited items, prompting prison officials to reaffirm a zero-tolerance stance. Everybody everybody in Trinidad knows that type of racket taking place years now. A lot of corrupt prison officers, just like how we have a whole set of corrupt police officers as well. They want to eat a food on the side. 19 years, a reasonably good salary, but you want extra money now. Yeah. Jamaica's parliamentary opposition is calling for an urgent briefing on a newly signed status of forces agreement with the U.S. to ensure national security interests are protected. Amid escalating trade tensions with Canada, U.S. President Donald Trump suggests renaming Lake Ontario, continuing a trend of proposing geographic name changes during international disputes. The troll-in-chief, you know, boy, President Donald Trump. A lot of things I don't like that he's doing when it pertains to trying to bully Israel. But in this kind of case, I don't mind the trolling. And mainstream media always falling for his trolling. Details, of course, in the news up next. Slow pace of Tobago school repairs raises concerns ahead of new term. With less than 2 weeks remaining before the start of the new school term, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association is expressing strong concern over delays in the island school repair program. How you can allow that to happen, boy, Fali, boy? Wait, boy. It don't have a whole set of scandal with the UNC. You want to let PNM come back and take over in Tobago or what? Fali, man. TTUTA Tobago officer Dion Rodriguez reported finding little to no evidence of ongoing work following his visits to several schools in Tobago West, including Montgomery Government Primary. Rodriguez noted that many aging school facilities urgently required attention, especially after years of neglect under the mighty Morphin Ghanaian Coalpot Bicycle, No Harm, No Macaroni Pie, PNM. For infrastructural damage, roofing problems, septic system issues, and broken furniture. Disagreeing with official reports that repairs have been underway for weeks, he stated that his site visits suggest otherwise. So why people were lying for, boy? Hey, boy. You really thought you would just get away with it? While declining to predict whether schools will open on time, Rodriguez emphasized that TTUTA will advise teachers not to work in unsafe conditions, strictly enforcing occupational safety and health agency guidelines. I don't blame them. He highlighted St. Patrick's Anglican Primary in Mount Pleasant as needing the most critical interventions. In response, THA Secretary of Education Orlando Kerr acknowledged the repair schedule experience a late start due to internal staffing issues. That is the excuse. Come now, man. Come better than that. Though he affirmed that funding is fully available. So the funding there, but you all just play the rule. Anyhow, I'm going to keep it clean. I always keep my videos very clean. So claim the you know what, right? Kerr assured parents and staff that schools will be clean, safe, and ready for students on opening day. Only going to rush to do things now. To manage the workload, the division has adopted a phased approach that will extend through December. So while the kids going to school, using daily paid workers for immediate minor repairs, like plumbing fixes and power washing. Kerr explained that major work will be done after school hours on weekends to avoid disrupting classes. It should have been done during the holidays. That's when it should have been done. Additionally, the division plans to launch a dedicated facilities management department on October 1st to shift away from relying solely on the July-August vacation window and maintain school infrastructure year-round. Now, that is a good idea, but it does not change the fact that what you all did was total and utter nonsense. A female prisons officer with over 19 years destroy your whole career of service was recently arrested after security personnel found a quantity of prohibited items in her possession at the Golden Grove prison. The officer was intercepted around 9 a.m. during a routine security search at the facility. Following the discovery, police officers were immediately called to the scene. And most of them police officers probably in the racket too, eh? She was subsequently escorted to the Aruka police station, where she is currently assisting investigators. Formal charges are expected to be laid against her shortly. You destroy your whole life. I'm sure you have kids. Your whole reputation just for some extra money. Reacting to the incident, Acting Commissioner of Prisons Elvin Canterbury stated that the arrest sends a clear message that no individual, regardless of rank, position, or gender, is above the law. But I'm sure she don't. I don't know. Maybe she's high-ranking. The Trinidad and Tobago Prison Service reaffirmed its strict zero-tolerance stance regarding contraband and illegal behavior within all penal facilities. Somehow or the other, maybe she got somebody vexed and they decided to sell her out. I don't know. Maybe it's just a case where she ended up really getting caught. She was there at the wrong time, wrong time. But that's a message for the rest of prison officers outside there. You have a reasonably good salary. You have families to take care of. Why put yourself through that kind of risk of getting caught? Nonsense.
Trinidad and Tobago weather report for Wednesday, August 26, 2026. On Wednesday, August 26, 2026, Trinidad and Tobago can expect heavy thunderstorms and cloudy periods interrupting an otherwise hazy and breezy day. Temperatures will peak at a high of 32 degrees Celsius with a low of 24 degrees Celsius at night. Due to high humidity levels reaching up to 89%, it will feel slightly warmer with a heat index around 33 degrees Celsius. Marine conditions and hazards. Winds will blow mainly from the east at 9 miles per hour, though winds may gust significantly higher in and near heavier downpours. Seas are expected to be moderate in open waters with wave heights between 1.5 meters to 2.0 meters. Sheltered areas will see waves up to 1.5 meters but can become occasionally choppy. Spring tides are currently in effect and street or flash flooding remains a possibility during intense localized downpours. Sunrise is at 5:53 a.m. and sunset is at 6:16 p.m. The UV index will peak at a very high 9, so sun protection is highly advised during clear spells.
Regional news now. The parliamentary opposition in Jamaica is calling on the government to provide a comprehensive briefing regarding a newly reported status of forces agreement signed with the United States. Fitz Jackson, the opposition spokesperson on national security, has formally written to Dr. Horace Chang, the Minister of National Security and Peace, asking for details on the pact as soon as possible. The opposition noted that the deal carries significant national security implications, making it vital to fully grasp how it affects the country and what measures are in place to safeguard national interests. What national interests are they studying about? America could come and help clean up your country's corruption and crime. You have a problem with that. Tribalism. All is about, we don't want the white man coming and taking over our country. And all kind of nonsense even here in Trinidad. Specifically, the opposition wants to review the key terms of the agreement, the protections established for Jamaica, and any related security concerns. What protections are they talking about? America want to come and take over your country? While acknowledging the sensitive nature of these defense matters and promising to uphold standard parliamentary confidentiality, Jackson emphasized that the opposition must be properly informed following reports that the deal has already been executed. The opposition is currently waiting for the government to schedule the requested briefing. Transparency is good in some ways, but when it pertains to national security like that, and you're making deals with foreign countries like America, you can't expose everything to the public. But if the opposition wants to find out, get information, maybe you should give them. And if anyone leaks it, well, they will have to face some jail time. International news now. U.S. President Donald Trump announced on Tuesday that his administration is giving serious thought to changing the name of Lake Ontario to Lake America. Best be that Trump, you're trolling the people. You are the troll in chief. The The statement comes as a growing trade argument between the United States and Canada reaches international maps. Writing on social media, President Trump stated that the U.S. is considering the geographic name change because American officials do not anticipate doing much business with the Canadian province of Ontario moving forward. Lake Ontario, one of the 5 Great Lakes, lies directly along the border between New York State, Little Trinidad and Tobago, Little PNM country actually, and Canada. The suggestion follows a recent breakdown in trade talks between Washington and Ottawa, which led the U.S. to announce high tariffs on billions of dollars worth of Canadian imports. But you're dealing with a radical leftist government. I don't know why the Canadians voted back that party into office, but I just don't understand. Taking away all your constitutional rights. In response, Canadian leaders have refused to accept the new terms and are preparing their own trade penalties. This potential change is not the first time the president has suggested renaming shared bodies of water during disputes. Well, we know that. That's already man just trolling. Mainstream media just like to take everything seriously. Last year, the White House issued an executive order directing federal agencies to refer to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. I don't take it seriously. I don't. While the U.S. government can change names on its own official maps, any official global change to international boundaries usually requires agreement from both neighboring countries, and everybody knows that. So CNN and CNC3, relax all yourself. I ain't sure if CNC3 report this yet, but still, relax all yourself, man. Trump just trolling. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the modern-day Jehu, is reportedly pushing the shin bet to ensure his leading political rival, Gadi Eisenkot, receives adequate protection. Now, that's what a good leader does. You understand? Even as the agency says there's currently no intelligence indicating a threat against him, but he's taking front before front takes him, even in protecting his own opponent, and that is wonderful news. With Eisenkot emerging as the leading opposition candidate to replace Netanyahu, the security debate comes at a politically sensitive moment, especially, Netanyahu had been smart in a lot of different ways. It's the right thing to do, and besides that, in case anything was supposed to end up happening, they can't blame him and say, oh, that was a whole plot. It was a whole plan to be able to take out his political opponent, his rival, and whatever utter nonsense. So you know what he said? No. Make sure the man is properly secured. Being wise in many different ways.
Ask, and it will be given. Seek, and you will find. Knock, and it will open. Everyone who asks receives, and to knockers doors open.
Folks, that brings us to the end of today's news report. Thanks again to everyone who continues to support my content. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay blessed and stay safe most of all. In Jesus' name.